Should we be eating more fat?
The word fat seems full of scandal and drama, but did you know you need more of it in your food than you thought? Today we explore how to stop making fat the villain in your story.
As a health coach and a wellness coach, we ask the questions so you get the answers. Let's get started as we ask.
Wait, what?
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Kamna. How was your week so far?
It's been pretty good. My call to action was to do fat first thing in the morning. Goes along
Okay.
very
Goes
perfectly with our topic
perfectly
today.
into this topic. So, what? First of all, what kind did you have?
So I did two kinds. The
Okay.
first was I had fresh coconut, like the brown coconut. I had cracked it and then cut it into pieces. It is a little bit of work, but I like it better. And I think
Okay.
I like the coconut better. Well, let me tell you, the second thing I did was a spoonful of ghee, which is clarified butter, because I wanted to compare the two things. You could also do other things. I'll give you an example, but um, the two things, the one I liked better was the coconut because I had to chew a lot.
Oh, like you actually ate coconut,
Yeah, I
fresh
ate
coconut.
2 small pieces.
Okay.
And before I had any other food or drink, I had water, but before I had anything else.
Okay.
And
Wait, I've never bought real coconut. I love coconut and I like coconut flakes. So you buy a coconut and you crack it,
yes,
the green or the brown?
the brown. The green one is really hard to crack.
Okay, so you buy the brown, you
Hmm.
cut it in half, and then you just take some of the white part and you just chew it?
Well, it's not that quite that. You have to crack it, and the brown shell goes away, and you throw it away, and you drink the water from inside, and then you cut the inside piece, the coconut meat, into small pieces.
Okay.
It's a little bit of work, but it's
And
worth
it's
it for
good?
me. I love it. I love it. If
Is
you get
it
a good coconut, sometimes they're bad.
How do you know if you have a good coconut? Like, how do you pick one out?
Well, what I'm discovering is if the eyes are really dark,
I don't even know that a coconut had an eye.
they have like 3 dots at the top. They have to
Okay.
be really dark. If it's light or if she any kind of mold or fungus on the outside, it's not good and it shouldn't be cracked.
Okay.
And you want it to have some weight with the water
Okay, so
when
you
you
want it
shake
to be
it.
heavy.
Yeah.
You can hear the water?
You can hear it when you shake it, you'll hear the water.
I've never like, explored that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, if you don't buy a coconut, you don't need to.
Okay, so anyway, so you liked chewing it better than having the ghee.
Yes, the key so when I chewed the coconut, it actually kept me full for longer. Sorry. So I found it really interesting and helpful.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you? How was your call to action?
I don't remember what mine was. Was it to eat more vegetables again?
No,
Oh gosh.
it was something with your trifecta, I think.
Oh, well, I nailed my trifecta. Look, if you're watching on YouTube, you have my little chart.
I love
Oh,
that
yes, it
chart.
was the start tracking. It was the
Oh,
start track.
yes. Yes, yes,
Yes, and
yes.
I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of tracking. I have. And now I am not worrying about calorie deficit or any of my macros right now. I'm just trying to get into the habit of tracking. I'm actually not even looking at anything else. I'm not stressing myself out about that. I'm literally tracking and putting it in. That's it. I'm
Okay.
not looking at how much calories anything is or anything like that. I think that that's the first step I need is to readjust my habit on that. Do you know, am I
Yeah.
making sense?
Oh, perfectly. This
And
is
I think,
goes along
I
with that
think,
change topic.
yeah, and I think that's what I've done wrong. And I think actually many people have done this wrong in the past is we're like, all right, I'm going to track. And you start by looking at all of the data when you haven't even gotten in the habit of it yet. And I
Mhm.
think for me, at least, if I start tracking and looking at everything, I start getting overwhelmed.
Right.
And then I'm more willing to quit the habit. So for me, I want to do 30 days of just tracking, not worrying about anything else.
I love that
So,
because you're right. That if we take on too much, I
yeah,
heard a really good comparison about somebody did a skit on this. Like you order the whole menu and then you get overwhelmed and you just don't like it all goes to waste. It's the same
right.
idea. If you make a change and you do so much, you just stop.
Good point.
So
Yeah.
it's better that you're doing it little piecemeal, like get in the
Yeah.
habit again
I mean, and
and
it's a
then
lot. It's still a lot to do, but I feel like using the Lose It app is so helpful because if I forgot to track last night,
Mhm.
I can go in this morning, put it all in, and then click the button, and I still feel successful because I
Yeah.
still track. Do you know what I mean? I
Yep.
like that that might be the best part of the Lose It app for me, is
Is it
clicking the button when you're done. There's a button that you click that says "Done tracking," and you can go back and do it even the next, like, you know,
you
the
can go back as
yeah.
days and days.
Yeah, I love that. It makes me feel successful.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So, so yeah, that's my tracking. It's still going strong, as well as my other trifecta is still going strong, which are the arbs, the abs, and the 1 mile. Still acing all of that. So
Oh,
overall, I'm
you have
doing
4
good.
things.
Well, I do have 4, but my abs are pretty much a routine, so I'm replacing the tracking with that.
Oh, okay. But you're still doing the
I'm
abs.
still counting it as part of my trifecta, but yeah.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah. So
So
yeah,
good.
all
That's
good.
that's a perfect example of how to make a change. I think that's so good.
Little bit at a time.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right. I already have my call to action for this week too. Woo.
Oh, wow, I do not.
Very scared about it, so I can't wait to talk about it. But
I
you're something you love. I
Okay,
almost
so
forgot.
I'm like in the loop today because I'm going to be talking about fat first. Um, and I didn't explain much in my call to action because I was like, this is the thing that I love, which is fat first in the morning. So I went in to do some research about why to eat fat first thing in the morning. It lowers your blood sugar spike the rest of the day because
Oh,
the first thing that goes in your stomach is the thing that indicates what your body should do. So
really?
if you eat sugary things first thing in the morning, you're like it's overloaded and your blood sugar spikes and then it crashes and then you're hungry again. Think about if you've ever gone out for pancake breakfast.
Yeah, or
You
donuts.
or whatever, but if you've
Yeah.
eaten like a stack of pancakes and they're really filling and you're like, "Oh my god, I'm so stuffed."
Yep.
Within an hour, you're hungry again. And you're like, "This is crazy. I just ate a stack of pancakes.
Right.
How can this be possible?" It's that. If you
Okay.
eat a muffin or a pastry or anything sweet, you're going to spike and crash. So the fat first allows for your body to not have such a huge spike and crash.
Hmm. Okay.
It impacts cholesterol. Um, it promotes blood sugar stabilization, sustained energy, and reduced carbohydrate cravings.
Really? Did you not crave carbs this week? I feel
I,
like normally, but
I, well, in the middle of the afternoon, you always want like the chips or the crackers or the
yeah.
something. That was a little bit less, and I think we're scared of fat, so it's a good thing to kind of put it into routine, and it doesn't take a lot of time. Here are the examples of what you can add. You can
Okay.
add ghee, which I talked about, which is the clarified butter. I melted it a little bit and then I
Which
drank
I
it.
think if you're listening to this, you can find ghee pretty much anywhere, by the oils. I found it at Aldi's, and I
Hmm.
got one, and I really like it. They do have it everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Costco has a big giant thing. It doesn't spoil very quickly. If it does, that means there's some water in it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Hmm.
So just be careful of that. But um, so ghee, coconut oil, you can do that one isn't as appealing to me. I'm not a fan of that,
But I
but
do know some people put it in their coffee, right?
yeah, that's like bulletproof coffee. So
And
you
did
could
you
do
have to
that
do a
too.
whole tablespoon, or is it how much?
You start with a teaspoon if you don't really like it, and then gradually go up to a
I
tablespoon.
might make that part 2 of my call to action.
There is bullet coffee is where they take black coffee and they add a tablespoon of either ghee or organic butter, and you just drink that, and it sort of doesn't cause a spike, which makes you crazy and tired. You could do nuts, obviously, like macadamia or Brazil nuts. If you eat 2 probably Brazil nuts in the morning, it also helps for thyroid control, thyroid hormone control. Coconut meat, and then you wait a half an hour, and then you eat your breakfast.
I don't think I've ever eaten a Brazil nut. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they're the big ones. You shouldn't eat too much because it can be toxic.
It's not the same as a macadamia nut, right?
No,
Okay.
macadamias are small. The Brazil nut's big. The benefits of doing uh, fat first are less brain fog, improved concentration, improved metabolism, and hormone balance, which we're going to talk about later in our topic. You could do avocados, olives. It's sort of like what you like, but the fat first in the morning is really important for hunger control, craving control, and blood sugar regulation.
Hmm, okay. I mean, I think it's something that is one of those things that's like, it's not gonna hurt you to try it.
Right. It's a
Like,
food.
it's not gonna hurt me to eat 2 Brazil nuts in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
shouldn't do more than two, just a caveat, but it can
Or
help.
put a teaspoon of coconut oil in my coffee. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, too
Don't do
bad.
it again. Yeah. Do something else.
Okay.
So that's what I love.
All right. I love that.
And on that note, I've been doing that all this week, and it's helped to mitigate some of my hunger.
Okay.
So I'm appreciative of that, and I feel better, I think.
Okay. Well, I think you gave me a couple new things to add to my call to actions that aren't
Excellent.
hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right. Um, oh, I know. I have um sorry. Myths, fat myths.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just curious if you knew this. Fat is bad. True or false?
False.
Oh, you're right. Fat is essential to our health.
True.
Well, no, that was my follow up, but yeah.
Oh.
But here's the thing: is like so many people still believe that fat is bad. So many
Well,
people.
it's if you really think about the history of fat in the 80s or 90s, or maybe even before that, they started promoting like low fat and
Yes,
low,
yes,
because
yes.
I believe, and I don't have the facts behind me right now, but the sugar industry said, don't look at us, look at fat. Fat is the real bad guy, but it's not.
Right. Yes.
And so everybody's brainwashed into thinking low fat is good for you.
And we're still that way. I feel like, I mean, even me, sometimes I struggle with it. Sometimes I go to get ice cream and I'm always like, where's the light or the slow
Mm-hmm.
churn? It's like, just get the good stuff sometimes, you know?
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
okay, here's another myth. Vegetable oil is a healthy fat.
False.
It is, well, so this is, okay, let me read you the fact about it. Vegetable oil is an overprocessed toxic brew your body doesn't even recognize as food. I did not even realize that. Your body doesn't even know it's food. It just thinks you're putting a chemical in your body.
Really?
Similar to like if you're drinking a glass of wine, your body's like, "Oh, this isn't food." Same thing with like vegetable oil.
No.
Naturally saturated fats from animals, nuts, seeds is the good stuff. So vegetable oil, which I feel like this was a marketing genius thought
Yes.
on the vegetable
Yes.
oil stand because they're like, what can we call this? We're not going to call it crap oil because nobody's going to eat it. But if we call
Right.
it vegetable oil, everybody's going to be like, oh, well, vegetables are good for me. I might as well get it.
And there's no vegetables in it.
No, it's literally a marketing. In my opinion, I didn't find any science in this, but somebody in marketing was like, let's just call it vegetable
Yeah,
oil,
it's genius.
right?
Yeah.
So anyway, don't buy it. No, the last myth I have is we should limit our fats in our diet. What do you think?
I think that's false.
It is false.
Did I
Our
get
body
100%?
You've got 100%. Our bodies run on fat, and most people don't get enough.
Yeah.
And here's a little caveat to it. Without getting enough good fats, your body will actually feel like it's starving. And
Yes.
yes, that's like what you were saying this week, right? So if you're not giving your body the fuel it needs in the ways of good fats, you can literally be starving your system and gain weight.
Yeah.
So we need to really start looking at like at those days when you're starving. Yes, it's probably protein, like, because that's what I've been telling
Sure.
myself, "Oh, I didn't get enough protein," but did I get fat? Probably none.
Well, that's the interesting thing. Protein clearly is important for muscle regeneration, for healing, for all the things, for energy. Well, we forget the other prongs of the three-prong stool. You know,
Mhm.
good carbs and fat. Fat is part of that trifecta, as you would say.
Yep,
We need all
it's
three.
essential.
So,
So, anyway,
yeah, fat is a vital nutrient and it's a dense energy source that is essential for health, serving as energy store, building materials for cells, and a vehicle for absorbing fat soluble vitamins.
which means there's certain vitamins that need fat in order to absorb, like, they cling to the fat, and then they go through your body,
Yeah,
correct?
it's
Saying that right?
vitamin. Yep, vitamin A, vitamin D. So if you take a vitamin D supplement, which a lot of us in the Midwest do,
Okay.
because a lot of us are deficient. You take it with fat, it gets better absorbed. You might
Hmm.
say, "Oh, I'm taking my vitamin D and nothing's happening." It's because it needs the fat.
Because it
Vit
literally clings to it, right? Am I I'm trying to
Yes,
get
yes.
I'm trying to think of an analogy and I can't think of one, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Vitamin E and
Alright.
vitamin K.
Okay.
These are all fat soluble, so you need the fat to have it absorbed.
Okay.
Um,
So,
it it helps for so many things in your body, which we'll get into in a minute, but I'm just mind blown at even if you think about the push from vitamin D milk to 1% milk.
okay, let's talk about milk for 1 second because my family was pushed towards skim milk.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because that's what you needed. It was less fat. You didn't want fat. You didn't want
Yeah.
fat milk. I buy skim milk still because I can't.
Now you don't like the taste of it,
Well, I don't
probably.
even know if I like the taste. I guess I'm scared to buy it because I'm afraid I won't like it and I just wasted $6 on milk or whatever it
Yeah.
is now. But like, I can't get past it now.
Yeah. I think that's part of the problem with fat in particular is we've been brainwashed to believe that it's bad, but
Hmm.
it isn't all bad. Obviously, there are parts of fat that are bad, but
Hmm.
it isn't a bad thing in our diet.
No. Anyway, I interrupted you. I'm sorry. You were talking about
I don't know what I
milk.
was saying.
Oh, you were talking about some milk, and I was like, let's
No,
talk about.
I was thinking about how like we used to drink vitamin D milk when we were little.
Oh, yeah.
And then the push came and then I remember my dad saying, "What is this is like water. Why are we drinking this?" And then we got used to the 2%, and then a lot of my friends now drink 1%, which is I think skim milk or maybe
No,
skim is different, I don't know.
no, skim is even lower than one.
And that feels like to me water. And if I'm making like a tea, like Indian tea, I have to put more of the 1% to get it the right color. It doesn't
Huh.
taste the same to me with the 1% milk.
Well, what you just said made me think like maybe I should start buying 1% now and go up slowly. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Huh.
And then I wonder, and I didn't look this up because I didn't think about it while I was researching, but in order they remove something from the milk to make it the decreased fat, right? What are they
What is
putting
it?
in to
Water,
make
maybe?
water, but are they putting in other things? Because if you just put water in milk, it's just watery milk.
I don't know.
Isn't that an interesting thing? Like when they're taking
Yeah.
out the fat, what are they putting in to make it taste
I
better?
I have never looked at the ingredients in milk in my life.
Yeah.
I have never read the ingredients in milk. I've just always assumed that it's going to just be milk.
But it's
Right?
like that for so many things is if they're taking out the fat, what are they putting in to make it taste better?
That's really fascinating, and I wish I had milk because I would go grab it right now and read it right now, but I don't, so we can't.
Well, I have it, but it's all the way downstairs. I'm not
Okay.
getting it.
But I just you're right. I've never anyway.
Well,
Alright.
think about chips, okay?
Okay.
If you eat a full fat chip, it's and look at the bag. It's potato chips, oil, and salt, right?
Right.
But if
Mhm.
you look at a low fat chip, I wish I had looked this up before. The ingredients are much different.
Oh, yeah, there's like 6 or 7 or even 10 or 12 ingredients.
Right. Because if you take out the fat, which is the taste, that's the thing that makes you go,
Oh,
I had
so then they put
something
in chemicals that make you want more.
right. Or it makes it taste good. And then you're now eating chemicals instead of eating good fats, which
Right.
is better.
Which I think if you one of the facts about, fat is it helps satiate you. Like, it makes you feel, "Oh, I'm good. I got everything I need," which is a
Yes.
perfect example of your chips. If you took it out, you're still gonna want those chips.
Right. Right.
So, yep. Alright,
Very
so
true.
where go ahead. Well, anyway, I have 2 types of fat, right? The
Yeah.
monosaturated and the polyunsaturated.
Okay.
I'm sure. So, what is coconut? Can if I can ask you. Is that the
I think
mono?
coconut is the unsaturated.
The polyunsaturated?
Mm-hmm.
So does that have omegas in it?
Yeah. Well, I
Oh,
don't, no, don't hold me to that. I don't know that for sure.
no, I feel like we should live check that. Well, okay, so let me tell you what mono is. Mono is
Okay.
plant-based.
Okay.
So it's avocados, nuts, oils, and olives.
Okay.
So that would make me think that maybe it is one of those
What is?
monosaturated. Coconut, because it is a
Oh,
plant.
I'll tell you right now. I did the live fact
Okay, tell
checking.
us.
Coconut oil is very low in unsaturated fat, consisting of only about 6% monounsaturated and 2% polyunsaturated fat.
Oh, so it's a one of both.
Yeah, being while the vast majority, around 90%, being saturated fat.
Mhm.
Okay, I was
Okay.
wrong.
So, but it is it's a little bit of every fat, I
Mm-hmm.
guess saying, but mostly saturated. Anyway, so do you know, like, did you look up what monosaturated fat does for the body?
I did not.
Okay. Well, I have some of them.
Okay.
It protects against disease, heart disease,
Yeah.
improves insulin sensitivity, which you said, helps the body use your normal, like your fat that you have, helps you lose weight, improves your mood, strengthens your bones, and may reduce cancer. So that's the plant-based fat. So that's like where avocado toast comes in, or
Mm-hmm.
nuts in the morning. Like there's so much benefit.
Oh, I got it backwards. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I wish I liked olives. Do you like
I
olives?
do not like olives.
Me neither, but they're really good for you.
They're very good for you.
There's this little girl in my class, and she gets olives in her lunch, and I think it's the cutest thing because of course she puts them on her fingers and then she eats them. But
Oh.
what a healthy treat for a little kid. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Polyunsaturated fat is those omega 3s and the omega 6s.
Okay. Yes, I got it backwards.
Okay. So omega 3s are fish, oily fish, flaxseed, soybean, leafy greens. Did I say omega? Those are omega 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Mix that up. Omega 6s are eggs, seeds, wheat germ, and beans. I would like to ask you, I don't know what wheat germ is. Do you?
Wheat germ is a byproduct of the wheat in the process. I don't know. It's something to
And
do with
it's
the
good for you, apparently?
yeah. It's like psyllium husk. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, I've
People who are
heard of it.
people who are constipated sometimes have psyllium husk.
Oh. So would wheat germ help with that too then? Probably, right?
Probably.
Hmm. Okay, so polyunsaturated has the same benefits as the mono, except a couple more. It reduces inflammation
Oh yeah.
and it promotes better sleep, improves your vision, and reduces menstrual pain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't think I get my true story. I don't get any omega 3s or omega 6s.
Really?
Yeah. I won't eat fish. I won't take a fish pill. I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't eat any of the other stuff that I said.
Avocados?
That's a mono. That's a mono
Oh,
fat.
clearly I don't know my stuff.
So I don't, but I don't eat avocados on a regular basis. No,
Mm.
because I never. That's another whole thing is that when you buy an avocado, it's either too hard or too soft. They never work for me. So what do I do?
To get it in your diet?
Yeah, I need to research that this week.
Do you eat nuts?
Not
Oh, this is I'm not talking about the I'm just talking about fats in general. Sorry.
yeah.
I don't
Uh,
know. I don't know examples of that, so I don't know.
okay, but go on. Let's move on with the fats now. So those are the two different types of fats that I really looked into: the monosaturated fats and the polyunsaturated.
It is very confusing, clearly, because we are
Very.
confused and we're trying to explain it.
Well, then you have other fats. You have your saturated fats and your trans fats and your hydrogenated oil fats and all of that stuff.
Yeah. That I think those are the ones that are not good for you. That's where I got confused. Is
Mhm.
the poly and the mono, they're good and you want them in your diet, but the what did you say? The hydrogenated oils and the
Trans fats.
yeah, those are not good. And
No.
there were some interesting things that I read that I really want to share about this.
Okay. Tell me.
Okay. Um, I saw this in somebody's post. She said if you have PCOS, which is polycystic ovary syndrome, or endometriosis, you need to be having more fat in your diet.
Okay.
And I was like really curious about this. Why does it help if you have that kind of a condition? And sufficient dietary fats are necessary for producing sex hormones such as estrogen and testosterone. Did you know
Mm.
that?
No.
And it also produces leptin, which controls your appetite and energy expenditure. So, fat is really essential for hormone production.
I didn't even think of that. So especially if you're going through menopause or premenopause, you need it to help balance it out.
Yes, and
instead
you
of hitting that cliff and it dropping, maybe it would mitigate some of the symptoms, maybe?
yes. And the thing is, when you hit menopause and you gain weight just by breathing air, you think, "Oh, I need to cut everything out because I'm just gonna gain weight." But it's contrary to the advice because if you're eating more fats, you don't eat as much food or junk, you have proper hormone production, your symptoms are less, maybe your weight gain would be less. So it has a trickle down effect if you're eating the proper amount of fats.
Interesting.
Isn't
I
it?
I'm really fascinated, and I bet you didn't look this up, and I hate to say that, but I didn't. How much fat should we have a day?
I did look that up.
Oh my gosh, good!
um, Fat intake should be about 20 to 35% of your total
Oh,
calories.
okay, okay, I hate when they say that. So if my calories, I'm just
So
using
I'm going
12.
to tell you right now.
Okay,
Go open your Lose It app,
okay,
and
I'm opening it.
on the top where it has the slider where it tells you
Yeah,
protein, carbs, and fat,
I don't
it'll
have it set for that, but go on, I'll look for mine.
it'll tell you your percentage of fat that you've consumed in a day.
Okay, so I should, but I want how much, okay, well, anyway, I should be getting between 20 and 35%, like you said.
Correct.
But how much should that be in grams? You don't know? It just doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter because like I'll tell you about yesterday. So
Okay.
yesterday I had about 1,600 calories and I had 37% fat.
Oh. So, wait, I'm gonna turn mine on so that I can look at it. Okay. So let me see if I can. Interesting. Okay. All right.
It's really important because it helps us to feel satisfied so we don't eat a lot of other stuff and it'll keep your overall calories down. If you look at fat, fat is higher in calories. So if that scares you, you're not going to do the right thing. But if you think about a budget, okay, let's just think about a budget. Say you have a budget for the day and
Okay.
you have like you've gone for work and you have a stipend and you can spend $20 at each meal. I don't know what they give people who work out of town, but let's say they give
Okay.
you $20 for each meal
Okay.
and you only spend $10 for breakfast. And then you can add that $10 to your lunch and your dinner. So you can do the same thing with fat consumption. If you know that it's higher in calories, you can say, I'm going to eat an avocado because it has fiber, it has fat,
Oh.
it's going to give me more nutrition. So I'll just budget in my fat for my calories.
Okay. So look what I figured out. I did look on mine while you were talking. And I'm around 13%, which is pretty low, right?
Yeah. Especially as your age, you should be eating a little bit more.
There are some days when I'm at 35, but I'm pretty low. 8%.
Hmm.
Oof. Okay.
For people who have endometriosis, which is the lining of their organs inside, they grow outward, so it causes it's inflammatory and it causes a lot of pain, very difficult periods, just debilitating sometimes. It can cause fertility issues with endometriosis. So, people who have endometriosis, incorporating healthy fats like those rich in omega 3s can help reduce inflammation, which is a key component of the disease by providing anti inflammatory properties. The same thing for PCOS. Healthy fats are particularly in ketogenic diets. Keto diet
Yeah.
is high in fat and high protein,
Yep.
are linked to improvements in weight, body composition, and hormone levels.
Wow. Okay.
It's
So we
really
need,
important. Yeah, we need more. There's one more interesting thing. Well, there's two more things. If you are afraid of the cholesterol, because say
yeah,
you have high
I
cholesterol,
have high cholesterol. Yeah.
especially as women entering perimenopause, menopause, your cholesterol will jump because your estrogen and all that, the whole thing, it will just jump. You have to have sufficient fiber and sufficient fat to keep that regulated, but you have to not eat as much animal protein because that
Okay.
is full of cholesterol.
Oh.
Cheese, red meats, those things.
This is like worse than figuring out my chemicals in my pool. Okay. So when you have a pool, you have to like test the water every day and you put these things and you have to make sure the chlorine and the
Yep.
pH and this acid and the all of that is balanced. Like that's how my body is. It's a green pool. My pool is green right now because
Oh,
I'm sure of it.
that makes so much sense.
Do you know what I mean?
But you're making such a good point because if we think we're eating healthy, right? But really we're
I mean, if
doing
you
more
ask
harm.
if you ask me flat out today if I eat healthy, I would say I genuinely believe I eat healthy. I barely eat processed foods, but I don't hit my targets.
Yeah.
So I'm
And
literally a green pool.
if you hit your targets, it's first of all, it feels like a lot of work, just to be
Oh, it
really
is.
honest.
Yes.
But you're checking your pool every day. Why can't you do the same thing with your food?
Because someone peed in my pool, all right? That's why.
Oh my God.
No, I mean, but the reality is like you're right. I need to be, but
It
sometimes it feels like a lot.
it does feel like a lot. But if you were trying to feed your kids, you would say, "Oh, I'm putting all my effort into making sure they're okay."
Let's not talk about what a bad mom I am, that I definitely have never looked at any of that for my kids.
Well, it, we all do the best that we can with the knowledge that we have.
Yeah,
That's it. We just do
you're
the
right.
best we can. I mean, I gave my kids all kind of junk. And now
Yeah,
I think about it, and the more I know, I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sad that I did that.
I know,
I didn't
but
know
you
any
can't
better.
go back. You
I
didn't.
didn't know any better."
I do know better. I need to start getting better at this. I'm just gonna spray avocado oil in their mouth. Like, open up, go to school. Look, they would kill me, but
There's one more thing I want to tell you.
okay,
A 2015 study in the Journal of Alzheimer's and Dementia, looked at more than 900 people, ages 58 to 98, who filled out a food questionnaire and had a neurological test. Okay.
okay.
And it found that those diets most closely following the MIND diet, which I'm going to explain in 30 seconds,
Okay.
linked was linked to a lower risk of Alzheimer's disease.
Wow. So those who ate their proper or at least higher amounts of fat.
So the MIND diet advocates for eating more of these 10 foods and less of the 5 other ones. So the good ones are nuts, fatty fish, olive oil, which the examples you gave earlier.
Okay.
And the bad ones are butter, cheese, red meat, pastries, fried foods,
Yeah.
fast food. Those are all the bad
Shortening.
ones.
Yeah.
So if you think about it this way, we want to live longer, but we
Mhm.
also want to live healthier.
And with a better quality. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be at the doctor's office every day saying,
No.
"Oh, this hurts and I did have this
But
problem," and
guess
I
what? I'm 98, but everything hurts in my body and I don't know who I am. You don't want
right.
that.
No, we don't want that.
Right.
And I know we can't outrun our genetics,
Right.
but we want to do whatever we can to make ourselves have a better quality of life.
Okay.
I don't want to
Do
be
it.
eating like 20 pills a day. I just don't.
No. It's a great point to
And
make sure
these
you
are
get
such
it.
easy things we can do. You can eat an avocado, you can eat some nuts. You know,
Okay,
you,
let me talk about nuts. We are not talking about peanuts, correct? Because
no,
that's about
not
the only nut I really love.
mhm.
But I do like cashews. Are cashews good?
Cashews are really good for you, pistachios,
Okay.
almonds, walnuts are great. They're probably at the top of the nut food chain.
Hmm.
Walnut, because it looks like a brain, think about it. It's good for your brain health.
But I bet you I would like them crushed up in my yogurt.
100%. It's so good. Your Greek yogurt, a little bit of maple syrup, crushed
Love that.
walnuts. It's fantastic.
Okay. I'm
Fantastic.
okay.
You
I
can
like
even use seeds. Seeds are good and omega 3s, flax,
yeah.
chia, all good. Put a little
Okay.
bit of chia seed in your yogurt. So good. You don't really
I,
even notice it. You have to let it soak in there
well,
so it doesn't.
it's about time for me to make my granola, so I could probably add walnuts to my granola.
It tastes better in there.
Okay. And then bake them with like I do everything else.
Yeah.
I can do this. I can do it. I just
But
again, it's
that's
the whole
yeah.
thing of like I gotta go. Let me continue with my pool analogy.
Okay.
My husband and I complained about buying chemicals for the pool because it's very expensive.
Mhm.
But we maintain the pool so that we can enjoy it.
Right.
So I don't like to go buy these nuts at Costco or wherever because I don't want to pay the money for it. But it's one of those
Yeah.
things. It's like you have to or you can't maintain it, you know?
Yep. Yep.
Because I'm make any sense.
It makes total sense. And why we cheap out on ourselves, I don't know.
Well, I don't either. That's a great point. It's a sad point, but yeah, we do.
We do, and we shouldn't, because in the long run, if we eat better fats, we eat less calories, and then we buy less junk. We have
Mhm.
less health problems. It's all connected, and like we always talk about, it's all connected to each other.
Yep, for sure is. I just wanna tell you really quick that I would looked up trans fat, because that's
Hmm.
the thing. Like you said, it's the fake stuff, right? It's the
Yeah.
margarine, the vegetable shortening, packaging, snacks, all of that. Um, I didn't know that partially hydrogenated oil was banned in 2018. It was
Oh,
banned. The
okay.
FDA said, "We're banning it. We realize it's so bad for us. It's banned." But what they said was, "We're banning it, but you can put a half a gram or less per serving in it, and then you don't have to list it. You don't even have to list it."
Hmm.
So, per serving, and I believe usually what oil is usually 1 tablespoon,
Oh,
correct?
I don't know.
Right? I
Yeah.
think olive oil and oils are usually like 1 tablespoon per serving. That's a half a gram of trans fat per serving
Wow.
that you're partially hydrogenated oil that they're allowing in our food still. So they banned it, but then they said, we'll let you have a little bit.
Hmm.
How stupid is that?
Yeah. You know what? You made me remember something, that when I took this cake decorating class, and the recipe for their buttercream was Crisco.
Yeah, uh-huh.
It was
It's
Crisco and sugar, and I was like,
powdered sugar, Crisco, and a little bit of milk.
it tastes amazing.
Yeah. But we still use that frosting recipe.
It's terrible for you.
Terrible. Terrible. There's gotta be a better frosting recipe
There
now.
has to be, but I will add this caveat. This is my philosophy only. I'm not speaking for anybody else, like another health coach or whatever. And my personal philosophy is, say you want the really good buttercream frosting from your favorite place and
Mhm.
it's your birthday, eat it.
Right.
I'm not advocating for eliminating everything. I'm just saying it should be a rarity that you eat that buttercream frosting.
Right.
Because if you're
Well,
in a
and
healthy state of mind, your body can deal with the crap. If you're eating it every day or every week, that's going to be a problem.
like every week when I work at the party center and have a piece of wedding cake. Mm. Darn it, Leah. Anyway,
So I don't know. It's
so
something to think about. We need to start looking at our food differently.
yeah, I think it's just really about. I actually really like to tie back to what you said at the beginning of this podcast is to really maybe just start your day with it.
Hmm.
And like that's something that's simple to do
Yeah.
versus looking at the numbers all day long. Just say, okay, I'm going to add a little bit in the morning slowly and then see what happens and how I feel and what happens to my body then. You
I would
know?
even say, adding on to that, is if you're trying to increase the fat in your diet, just do it slowly. Like maybe fat first in the morning, or if you don't have time to do that or think about that, then make sure you have a few nuts or a little bit of olive oil, or a little bit of something. Just make sure you have some of it somewhere. If you eat salad, make your own dressing with some good vinegar and a little
Yeah.
olive oil. You're good to go.
Mhm.
You don't need much.
And you hit the nail on the head when you said make your own because there's horrible oils in
Yeah.
salad dressings.
Yeah.
It's so hard to find a good quality salad dressing anymore.
Very hard. And they
Very.
wanna extend their shelf life, so
Right.
they have to put stuff in there.
Yep. That's exactly why they do it.
Yeah.
So,
And if you make your own, it tastes just as good anyway, and you make it to your personal taste.
mhm.
So I don't think it's that complicated as we're talking about. Like, just add a little bit every time you're eating something.
Right.
Like, if you're eating hummus, just a little bit of olive oil on top.
Oh.
It looks so pretty, and then you got your fiber, your
I never
protein, and your
thought of
fat.
doing that.
Yeah, I do that
Thing.
when I present it. I'll take it, if I don't make it, I'll take it out of the tub, put it in a dish, squeeze a lemon, a little olive oil, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. You could put paprika as to decorate it so it looks pretty, and then you're good to go.
You're so smart. I would have never thought to fake that I made it.
Yeah, let's not talk about that, but yes.
Okay, we won't talk about that, but
But I'm
I
just saying you can add little bits everywhere, and and it doesn't have to be a big deal.
okay.
Don't be afraid of it.
That's the key here. So, all right.
Yeah.
So, what is your call to action this week?
You go first because I don't have one yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna do. When I was looking up the polyunsaturated fats and realizing that polyunsaturated fats are omega 3s and 6s, and I was sad that I didn't look at it. I looked at the only thing that I have currently in my fridge is flaxseed, and I buy the ground flaxseed. I might have the other kind too, but anyway, I have ground for sure. So I looked up how much flaxseed is in like one serving of omega 3, and it's 1 to 2 tablespoons every day you should have to get the
Oh, okay.
proper amount of omega 3. So I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon every day of an flaxseed. I don't
Okay.
know how yet. I'm going to figure it out. I make oatmeal muffins sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
so I could easily put that in my oatmeal muffin. Or you said like I could put it in yogurt, right?
I think you can. Yeah. Flaxseed you could add to your salad probably.
Yeah. So I think it tastes like dirt to me, but I'm going to see what happens and figure it out. I'm going to try it. Like 1 tablespoon I can handle. 2 I don't think I can.
Mm-hmm.
But 1 tablespoon I think I can do. Or maybe I'll make a smoothie every day this week and put it in that.
Okay. That's very doable.
Right?
Yeah.
It should be doable. So we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna try it. Hey, listen, this is one that I definitely might fail, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
All right, what about you?
I think I'm gonna continue doing some of these things because I've added a lot recently. I'm gonna keep doing the fat first. I'm gonna still look for my cutting board. I haven't found it yet. I'm gonna
Oh,
still eat early dinners. I think I need to get that solidly in place before I add more.
okay. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Update on that. I use my bamboo cutting board. It's dry.
Oh, really?
So I feel like I gotta go get like the food grade mineral oil to rub on it.
Mm-hmm.
I was researching that a little bit, and then I really like the ceramic one.
Really?
I really, really like it.
Is it loud?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I'm using my ceramic one for meat and my bamboo one for vegetables.
Okay.
So I don't know why I just have a hard time processing the fact that you can cut meat on wood. It's something that's very hard for me still because I
Yeah.
like the milk. I can't buy 1% milk because I'm just not used to it.
Sure.
But I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
Okay.
used my plastic one though.
Oh,
It's
good for you. You're ahead of the game.
trying really hard. My water bottle still is black plastic, but one step at a time,
Yeah, one step at exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Mhm. So,
All right, I'll see you next week.
all right, bye.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. All the information provided is meant for education and entertainment purposes only. Please consult your physician before making any changes.
If you like this episode, please give us a 5-star review. Also, share this episode with someone who you think would enjoy it. If you have topics you want us to investigate, please message us. Thanks!